Welcome to the living room. Today's hot topic is Are We Still Tired? Part 2.
Yes.
Have we done anything to revive, restore, or replenish ourselves? Or are we still operating in the same way we were operating before, where we're doing everything for everyone? And I think we concluded at the last podcast that it's us.
Yeah.
Trying to do for everyone, trying to make sure that we have the answers. And then, I've been thinking about that a lot, where we were created as helpers.
Yeah.
We were created as helpers. And so it's our nature to help. But I think we've forgotten to balance it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And so now we're exhausted, right? And so what have you done? Have you done anything? Because I'm sure everyone has been thinking about it since we left.
Yeah.
Have you done anything different, or have you had an epiphany of how you need to make time for yourself, or what have you decided to create boundaries, or have you learned how to say no?
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's a big one. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
So have I done anything? No. I just added more to my plate. Keep it real with you.
Okay.
I did the opposite of what you told us to do last week.
Okay.
I added more. So now I added classes because apparently I need to learn how to be better at communication and entrepreneurship and all of that stuff. So I said, okay, let me take another class. So I added more to my plate.
So are you more tired or the same?
I'm more tired. And it's like, here you go. Like, why would you do that to yourself? But yeah, I'm actually more tired, but it's just, I'm trying to be the best that I can be. And
well, did you take something off your plate, or you just piled it on? Did you take something off in order to put that on?
So that's a boundary that I set this week because there was a request like to add some, oh, you do this well, can you do this? And I was like, no. My boundary is no. Unless you're taking something off my plate and doing it fully and solely alone, no. And I felt good in that moment, although I didn't take anything off my plate. I just didn't add anything to it because I literally said I could do it. But if I do it, I'm going to be even more exhausted. I'm going to be mentally exhausted. I'm going to exert more energy trying to get it done. Do I need to do that?
yeah.
So I said no. And it was to my husband. That's neither here nor there. But sometimes even in the home, you have to say, I can't do that too.
Right.
This is my boundary. I am at capacity, which is already a problem. I'm not taking on anything else.
Okay. And how did you feel saying no?
Normally, I would just back into it and somehow figure out how to do it, but I stood 10 toes and I was like, no.
Okay.
And I just moved on from it because I'm not going to kill myself.
Okay.
Right? I can't.
Yeah.
And women, I think we get into a place where I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I can do this, I can do that, I can do that. And then when you sit back, you haven't done anything for yourself. Mm-hmm. And then when you have time to do something for yourself, you either don't know what to do or you just want to sit down.
Yeah.
Because you're exhausted.
Yeah.
So that was my one little piece of like, oh snap, I have a boundary, and I stuck to it. I didn't try to sneak and do it. It was an absolute no.
Okay.
And I felt good about that. And he actually took it. He understood because I'm like, no.
Okay. That's really good.
I'm not doing that.
That's good. Tiara?
I'm still tired, but I realized when you was doing the shorts that it's silent battles. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know how to vocalize what I go through. I don't know. I just feel like maybe I'm going to be judged, or like, what goes through my mind or what I experience. I just feel like people can't relate, so I just don't talk about it. So I think I just bottled it up to myself, thinking people are not relatable, but everybody's relatable. I just don't know how to express myself because I feel like I'll be judged. So I'm scared of being judged. Okay. So that's why I have a lot of silent battles. But that's what it is. That's why I'm tired.
And so how are we going to come over that? Is that going to be something you got to work on this week? Because if truth be told, we all have a lot of silent battles.
Absolutely.
We all have a lot of them. And we don't have a language to put to it, right? We don't know how to express ourselves because of the fear of being judged. And we don't want people to judge us. And sometimes we want the help. So we process it in saying, they're not relatable. They won't understand me. You know, but I think that's a cop-out. It's a cop-out because people will be relatable, especially if these people are coming to you and can see something is wrong. Perhaps they are the ones that were sent to talk with you. And we come back and we, you know, oh no, they won't understand. But you never ever
But
know.
you also know, for me, because I do that, I think it's a trust issue as well.
It is a trust issue.
It's a level of, for me specifically, being vulnerable with people and not understanding how they'll react to that. Like, will they shut me out? Will they judge me? Will they talk about me? Will it stay here? So that's a lot of the reason, like the trust circle.
Like, I got outrageous stuff going on in my head. Like, it's outrageous, but I don't want to say it because it's like, I don't want it to come off like not nice or not respectable. You know?
I get it. But it's all of us, right?
Yeah, so it's just like, it's a lot of things that go up there.
But a lot of time, and so the more we keep them there, the more they fester.
Yeah, that's true.
The more we keep it in, the more it festers, and the more it grows, and the more it takes over. And as soon as we're able to allow it to come out, then we make room. And we somehow stop ourselves from allowing it to come out. And so also in the comments from the first video, a lot of people say, I prayed. I prayed. And I prayed and I asked God to take it from me. Have any of you ever prayed to the Lord about you being tired and for Him to give you direction and or to take something from you? Your burden, the burden.
Not in that form, no. I didn't.
God, please get them out of my life. Please remove them. I am tired of going through this story, this same situation. I prayed for that. And yeah, He removed it right away. So now I'm at the point I'm scared to ask God.
See, why did it frighten you though? But why did it frighten you? Because you needed it and you wanted the help. He did it.
Because He ain't told me the other side to that, right? So now once that person is gone, you left with yourself.
Right.
And now you have to be able to stand on your own 2 feet, think on your own 2 feet. And it's just like, if you don't know how to do that, then it's going to be a really hard, long, difficult process. It's not that you can't get through it, but that's just the next step to it. Yeah. So it's like, you ask them to remove people and do all that, but then it's a part 2 to this.
Absolutely.
And that's, some people go back because they can't handle it.
But you ask for strength when it comes to that, right?
Yeah.
And that's the part that hurts, right? Because I actually was telling you, I said, there are certain gospel songs that I won't sing because it say, try me by fire. God, take it all. You can have it all. And I'd be like, I'm very cognizant. I don't play with stuff like, I'm very cognizant. But then I got to the place where, and not to take it somewhere else, I'm more attached to stuff and people than I am to God.
Wow. Wow.
Right?
Yes.
And then like, you go through things in your life and you're like, I'm going to lose this, I'm going to lose that. And I'm like, but now after you get a little bit of wisdom and you've lived a little bit, you're like, so what? As long as you keep my mind, because the mind is the first thing for me to like try to like make me snap out of it. And I think that's why we're so tired, because we're trying to put stuff together, trying to build it, trying to organize it. And I have gotten to the point where I'm like, I'm diligent in all the things that you gave me, God. And if it has to go. Because, and I have to be careful, because sometimes I will have intrusive thoughts like, does that mean you're going to do something to Kai? Does that mean and then I have to bring myself back. And as hard as it was to pray this, God, you just sent me her for this moment to watch over her. She is yours.
Yeah.
I have to, because your mind.
Yeah.
will give these battles internally that are fictitious, these intrusive thoughts that take you off the cliff. So I have gotten to a place where I'm like, God, that intrusive thought, I cancel it. God, you gave me my child to watch over her, but she is yours. God, you blessed me with that car, but if you think that if something happened and it's between my life and that car, take that car.
Yeah.
My mind in that car, take that car. Like it came with loss.
But and I understand and I appreciate all of those. Have you ever said, God, show me why I'm busy solving everyone else's problems except my own?
I ain't never said that.
Yeah, but not in that way.
Not in that way. But God, show me what's lacking in me that I'm a people pleaser.
Yes. I ask that all the time because it's like, my thing is, why can't you be unapologetically Shantae?
Right.
Why you just can't be Shantae? Right. What are you afraid of? Why do you care what other people think? This is only your life. This is your life. Like, it has nothing to do with anybody else. And I sit back and it'd be like, my pride is in the way. I just don't want to look like I don't have it all together.
But who does?
Nobody.
But when you look at social media and when you talk to certain people, that's what they're going to do. Make it seem like they have it all together. And then when you talk to certain people, what do? Make it seem like they have it all together. You only start finding out people really struggling and going through the same stuff as you when they either in the moment about to break or it's somebody that you built a bond and trust with. Right. But anything outside of that, everybody put on this face like everything is.
But see, that's how I used to think all my cousins thought of me that way. Because I hid the struggle. I struggled alone. I would isolate when I was going through. And now I'm very open. I'm like, look. I try to keep it real. It doesn't make it different, but I'm like, don't be fooled. First of all. No, but first of all, I'm not perfect by any means. And my ego was making me hide it. And I don't want to hide it. I'm like, no, I'm struggling. They was going to take my car. They was going but people don't know that because you end up putting it back together. But
is that why we're tired?
Yes,
we're trying to be something that we're not. Is that one of the reasons? Because it's many reasons why we're tired, right?
Yeah.
But if we're trying to keep up an image,
right,
that's
the part.
It's hard. Because life gets to be lifing, and now you're trying to keep up something, and over here you're crying because it's not working out. But you can't let anyone see it. But why not? Because how you handle a situation could encourage someone else.
But that's something new. So remember, they always said, like, you can't show people your hand. Like, even when you going through a lot of things, still always show up. Don't bring, when you go to work and they're like, whatever you got going on, it stop at the front door when you walk into this job. So we were trained and conditioned to be strong. Even when you're weak, even when you are going through something, you have to show up strong, like everything is okay. We're now starting to get into a space where mental health, everybody's talking about mental health. Everybody's talking about domestic violence month, which was just, October. This is something new.
Well, I agree. But I think they would say, don't wear your issues on your sleeve.
Yeah.
Don't wear your issues on your sleeve. And I agree with that. In the world, I don't have to show you everything that I'm going through. But in a select few, we can have a group or a bond where we can share the struggle.
I need to say that because I was talking to one of my married friends and we were just discussing life and just marriage, and I'm like, dude, where's the sisterhood? And her response to me was, everybody is hiding.
Yes.
Everybody's hiding.
Everyone's hiding.
And that's that. So now you're hiding, so I think you're good. You're struggling over there in that corner. And I remember going to work. It was me, it was a white lady and a Spanish lady, and we're sitting down talking, and we all went through the same type of postpartum. We all went, and it was, I'm like, oh, wow. But had I not said anything, I wouldn't have found the bond in them to let me know that it's okay. You're going to come out of it. This is the next phase. See, because people have walked the walk we're in right now.
Yes, absolutely.
And if you open your mouth, they can say, I got a little bit of
So
wisdom.
where is the sisterhood? Where is the community that we need?
Let me just say this. I think that it's starting to come out now. So there's this girl, her name is Crazy Hands. She's like a big celebrity hairstylist from Philly. She, according to Instagram, had the life. She had her and her boyfriend or husband, I don't know which one it is. They had the beautiful kid. She built her house from the ground up, pool, successful business, millionaire, working with, going to the White House, everything you can imagine. She finally came out and said, I've been abused for all these years. Like, you see this ring on my hand? I bought that.
Girl.
Oh.
I bought that ring. You see that? You see that house right there? I did that. You know this lifestyle I had? He took all my money out my account. I only had $3,000 to my name.
Wow.
I didn't know how my lights was. And I'm like, when you look at her, you would think she has everything together. So with her coming out, that just influenced a lot of other women, Muslim women. They're now coming out like, you ain't the only one, sis.
Yeah. We have to tell our stories. And it's not, you don't have to tell it to
Not
the
to
world.
everybody, just
You
to know a
don't.
little
But we need to create a sisterhood or a community where we can be safe, and because we like to be safe, right? And we need to have solutions. It needs to be solution based. And if I don't have the solution, then perhaps I'm going to pray for you, and I'm going to sit with you through this thing. But we're so busy hiding that we're missing it. We're missing that because we think we have to be like social media. We have to look all fabulous all the time. And the majority of the ones that are posting on social media are the ones that are insecure.
Yes.
And you have to know that, because if you got to post yourself all the time, something's wrong. It's the ones that are holding back, right? All of us have issues. So one, we're tired of trying to keep up an image.
Keeping up with the job.
We're tired of hiding, right? We're tired of being abused. Right? We're tired of overworking. We're tired of having the savior complex. Well, that's pretty much men. We're tired of being superwoman. Yeah. We all have these capes on our backs, and we're solving everybody else's problems, but we never sit down to solve our own.
You don't have the time. And I know you got to make the time. I understand that. You got to make the time. For me, being a single parent, it's very hard to make the time. Like, because when I make that time, like, something is about to blow up and catch on fire. And it really is. Like, you know how sometimes they're like, no, it ain't gonna. Yes, it will. Like, if I don't get him to that conference at that point, he's not gonna continue with this program. So it's like, I don't really have a minute.
But it's because your sisterhood is missing.
Right.
There are people that can be able to jump in when you can't. And so we've isolated ourselves to the place where we're falling apart. We're all isolated, and we're doing it ourselves, right? So say you can't make it. Auntisha, what you doing? Can you drop them off? I can pick them up, but can you get them there? Yep. You know what? I'm not doing anything. But if we do that, if we start even small, if you're going to the store and I can't make it to the store, say I don't have money and I need bread. Do you need anything? But see, we have to create those things. It's real life, y'all. It's real life. And we're tired because we're trying to act like we can hold it all together, and we can't.
I don't know how to get out of isolation. Like, I have my moments where I just don't want to be around people. I don't know why.
You don't trust people?
Just don't want to be around people.
Because it's safer being with you by yourself. And it is.
Seriously, like, I'm just like, like, I just don't want to be around people. I don't know why.
But why? Because are they going to hurt you?
I just don't feel like being around people.
Okay.
Like, I think now, like, for the past, 2 years, I've been like this, like, where I just shut people out. I mean, I be around family.
Okay.
But, like, friends, I don't have friends. I don't want friends. I just be around family. I don't have no friends.
I have like 2.
I mean, I do, but we talk on the
You
phone.
don't hang out.
We don't hang. I don't hang out with. I don't have no friends. Like,
But do you want friends?
no.
Okay.
Wow. Sorry. I'm like, wow.
No, I don't go out. I mean, I'm with my partner. That's about it. And then my family. I don't care about nothing else.
And you're fulfilled.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you fulfilled? Are you really fulfilled?
No. With myself and my purpose, no. that's why I'm like, I have to do more until I figure out what I want to do. With my purpose, no. But like with my social life, I don't really care for it.
But I've come, because I think I'm more comfortable because I've been hurt by people, so I get more comfortable alone. But there are those times that I have where I just want to call somebody and just chop it up, right? And then I sit there and I just be like, okay, I'm gonna learn to call.
But why? But that's a normal thing.
Yeah.
And maybe the circle is just us for a moment. Maybe it's just us. This is that.
Listen, besides, I'm not even joking. Besides work and at home, this is the most I talk to people.
What? How can you?
It's crazy
'cause
that
I'm a
people
yapper.
won't even.
But if you think about that for me too, it's the same, because I'm at work and I'm with a child. Like, I don't have, like, tomorrow I'm going out, but that's for a couple hours and then I'm right back to it. That's
I
it.
just don't
See,
feel
I
like people.
realize,
Like, I don't know why.
It's about having the right people in your life. So like I had to clean house. Like a lot of my friends, I've been friends with them for 20 and 30 years. But you change. So whatever you had in common with them back then, you don't have in common with them now. And I just was trying to hold on to loyalty, but it wasn't fulfilling me, and it wasn't beneficial. So there's friends that I completely cut off. Like a person you would never think I cut them off. And now I'm with people who are like-minded. So like women who are like, yeah, I want a business too. Women who are like, yeah, I'm a single mother too. Because now we can relate. It was other people I couldn't relate, and all we doing is trying to get each other to understand each other, and it was just wasting time and energy. Like, you in that bad relationship, okay, cool. I don't want to be in a bad relationship anymore. So if that's what you want to do, fine, but I can't be around you because you're influencing me. So you just find people who are like you. And I think, and you can't really trust everybody, but it changes your life when you have people you can relate to and trust. So I feel like maybe you just outgrew whoever it was, but you gotta find your people. Your
I'm just
community.
like, ain't nobody like me.
It's so
That's
many
what I
people
feel like, because
you.
nobody. I just feel like people don't understand.
You don't
me.
talk to anybody.
That's true.
For them to even see it.
To give them the opportunity,
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
So you cancel it before you even give them the opportunity to say if they agree.
Well, see, I don't like people either, so I'm
No.
I like people, right?
I'm not saying
I like
people. I just can't stand. I just don't know where to find people at. Like, what am I supposed to do? Go out into the store and be like, hi.
Yes.
That's not me.
That's not me either. Look.
That's not me.
You just learn a lot. You gotta just try things. So like I'm not a people person either, but I'll go get up and sit somewhere where, like, to watch people do the things that I want to do. Now, I'm not going to sit there and be like, hey, my name is Shantae. I'm scared to do that.
Yeah.
But I want to see how they operate, how they think, how they move. And then it's like, what? So I don't know. I don't like people either.
No, but I'm real, like, mothers with children, and they're like, oh, Ramika, we should link up. I'm like, I'm busy. And I don't be busy.
I don't like other.
You don't feel like it, right?
I don't feel like it.
That's me. I don't feel like it.
But we're gonna have to find a way to feel like it, okay?
Because
we have to feel like
that's
it.
because that's the sisterhood, right?
But it's a sisterhood, but we're in our feelings too much.
I gotta find myself first. I think that's what.
But sometimes finding yourself is in conversation with other people, and then you begin to process or just
That's
think.
also true. Yeah.
Right? You learn from other people, and perhaps again the circle is right here. I'm not saying just go outside and just pick up randoms and bring them in, right? We have to start where we are because we need help.
Yeah.
And we need each other.
We do.
Right? And so many of us have isolated ourselves, and that's why we're exhausted.
Yeah.
That's why we're at a place of isolation. And no man was created to be alone. No one. We're never created to be alone. And so while we're alone, we're in our heads, and the thoughts are taking us out.
Yeah.
And it's if you come and say some of the thoughts that you have, perhaps I may not understand, but by the time we finish conversing, you may have a different point of view.
Yeah.
It's not for me to change you, but let's just have a healthy conversation and to agree to disagree. And guess what? We've solved issues where we pulled you out of isolation. You've pulled me out of isolation. Now we're having healthy dialogue. I'm telling you about, you know what? I was abused last night. Whoa. Things come out in these circles, and we can encourage. I used to sit at my job, and ladies would come. Now, I wasn't there. I was in finances, but I sat down and I counseled and coached every day.
Yep.
They would come in, and I look at them. What's wrong with you? Oh, nothing. I'm like, Close my door. What's the issue? Okay, you had an issue. You were beat up last night. You're not going back there. Because I care more about you than perhaps you care about yourself right now. And sometimes the thing is, I don't have a lot of money, but I'm going to send you away for the weekend so you can be safe. That's a sisterhood. I care about you being safe. Handle whatever you got to handle when you get home. But right now, I can't, because all you got to do is slip and fall, hit your head, and that's it. It could be the end of you. But we have to care. Like, we have to be around each other. We're so tired that we're missing one another.
That's very true.
We're so tired that we can't handle anybody else's issue. Because we're so heavy on us right now.
That's true.
And that scares me. I don't want to fall into that because I just feel like life is for the living.
It is.
And it's like you're missing out on so much. And like I come to the conclusion, like that's probably why I'm always out, because I feel like I'm missing out. But I want to experience whatever I can with life, because if I'm on my deathbed and I have a whole bunch of regrets, it's not going to be nothing I could do. And now I'm just going to be depressed and sad and feeling sorry for my kids. So I just came to the conclusion, like I put a post up that said, the person that you choose in your life will take you to like a good life or a bad life. Like it's something about like people open portals. So now I'm like, okay, I want a good life. So I need to be around people who do what I like. It's kind of like common sense. It's not really rocket science. Like, why would you be around people
who don't have the same?
Yeah, you don't like what they do.
Because loyalty is a big word these days. Everything is loyalty.
You just clean house.
Everything, yes.
You just fixed it.
And so but we're tired, right? We're tired of trying to be loyal to people who are not in the season that I'm in.
Because they're draining.
And we could be draining them.
Absolutely.
The question is, what do I want from people? Like, what do I want?
Everybody want love and companionship and support and security.
There are times when you just want to get up and just say, what you doing? You want to go, and it's not often. It don't have to be every day. It could be once.
I gotta find that out. Like, what do I want from?
Because I have a girlfriend, and
I know that sounds weird, but
what do you?
November, I took out for her birthday, and she was like, Mika, every month we're gonna go out. And I was like, okay. It is 1 year later. She said, Mika, we missed it. I was like, we did. We go out once a year. Like, we missed it. But we're still there for each other. If I need her, if she needs me, we pick up the phone and we have the conversation. Are both of us open and always vulnerable? No. But if I see something wrong, I'm like, yo, you good? You moving funny. I'm sad, but I'll be all right. Just to get that out, because I'm like, you're moving.
You know what? You know what? Somehow we have lost the art of caring and compassion. That's all we need from people.
I mean, I care. I help people, but I don't want nobody. I mean, I care. I know that sounds weird. I care for people. I do. But
and there are people that care for you.
But she doesn't want it. She says she's not used to it.
I understand, but you can't hide. Because people like me will come look for you.
I know, but it get awkward. Like, it gets awkward. Like, I get uncomfortable. Like, what am I supposed to say?
You get uncomfortable. I know, we just
get too close. Yeah, when we get too close,
it's too awkward. But I mean, my partner is a different story. But like, you know what it's like?
I think that you have to just own up to whatever it is that you want.
I don't know.
You have whatever it is, no matter if it sound crazy, look crazy, is weird, is against whatever, you just have to own it. And once you own who you are, then you can go out and go meet people who are just like you.
So are you an introvert?
No. Wait, she be talking?
No, I'm not introverted.
No,
I'm not. I can't explain it.
I don't know my surroundings. I'm an extrovert, but I have to warm up.
But Most times I say people don't call themselves introverts because they've been hurt and they don't trust people. They're not a natural introvert.
I'm not.
People are
gonna
not.
say, I was honestly gonna say there is a hurt or something with people that are close to you, maybe. So maybe when they get close, they
Too
hurt
close.
you. So you just like, hey,
Or it's a
you don't
trauma
trust
response.
them, right? Because it sounds as if, yeah, I'll help you, but I don't want you to get too
Like,
close
don't
to
come
help
too
me.
close.
Yeah.
That's the part. So
I won't allow, you know what? And I was in therapy and the therapist got too close because I started off trying to help the therapist. I promise you. I was trying to figure out her problems. No, I promise you, right?
Why are you making it about everybody
the funny thing was, she would tell me her problem, and I was like, okay. And then when it started to talk about me, I tell her, some things.
So we're tired trying to keep all this stuff up.
but that's
Do
why
you
we're
see?
exhausted.
We're trying to keep all of this stuff together. Like, I don't want you to get too close. And oh, I gotta find the right friends. And oh my God, I'm exhausted. Don't ask me all these mothers and babies, I can't deal with it. Or I'm just alone all by myself. We're trying to keep up all these images and take care of all the host of people. You're taking care of people as a deflection, so people are not taking care of you.
Why is that though? I don't
Because
understand.
I think because you're not owning up to who you are and what you want. Like, I feel like because once you are like, okay, this is me, this is who I am, you'll be able to attract whatever it is you want.
Okay, that was a
I
really
feel
good
like
point.
because you're still like trying to figure things out and all that, you're gonna bring that to you and then you're not gonna trust them. Everything is like a reflection of who you are. Your whole
really
world,
big.
your friends,
That's really
your job, your everything, your kid is a reflection of who you are as a person.
That's real deep.
So it's like, okay, if you look at your life, which I do, and I be like, I don't like the way it is, it's
Change.
So it's self-acceptance, essentially.
And self-reflection.
And reflection.
And it's also maturity, right? So we stay locked in places doing the same things with the same people, or we isolate it and we're tired of it. We're smiling and saying we're okay, but we're not. So we're keeping up all of this stuff. Or we're just codependent. You know what? It makes me feel good when I'm just helping everybody because at least I'm not home thinking about my problems.
That's also a thing. I get that too.
Right? Or I don't have any problems. I'm okay. I'm strong. I'm not, because I cry all night long. So we're pretending and we're trying to keep up all these images. And so we wonder why we're exhausted. But so are we ever really true and honest with ourselves?
No. Because
But that's where it needs to start.
It starts with, it's that part 2.
Yeah.
Where you have to sit in it and heal and feel.
Yes.
And I think that's the part. Because you also left out, I'm sad, so I go out and run around all day.
Yes.
I'm in the streets, I'm shopping, I'm with my friends, I'm doing this, and I'm exhausted when I come home, so that all I have to do is sleep.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother
That's
thing.
a whole nother
And people
level.
think, oh, I'm just social. It's no, you're depressed.
Yes.
And you're trying really hard to ignore it. So you
Yes.
work yourself up outside, you come home and go to sleep.
Yeah.
That's a thing.
Or
too.
you're in the mall shopping all day long, spending all your money, don't have the money, and then got to take it all back
I'm
the
like,
next week.
returns,
Because you
please.
got to pay your bills. But it kept you busy for the moment because we're isolating.
Yeah.
And we're trying to process the pain that we're carrying. We're not even free enough to be around people because we have so much trauma on the inside. We haven't healed from anything. And we keep on piling more trauma on top of it. Because we're just trying to be what everybody else look like they're being, and it's not working out.
We don't know how to be normal.
No, like
Yo,
for me, I
this-
don't
like,
feel
we're not
like
normal.
I'm
Nobody.
enough. I don't feel like I'm enough. That's why I'm
But what
always.
is enough?
I don't even know what that looks like.
What is
I'm gonna keep it real with you. I don't know what enough looks like for me.
That's a good question.
To myself. So in my head, when I was a kid, I made this whole fairy tale lifestyle up. When I get this age, I'm gonna have this house, I'm gonna have this car, I'm gonna have this job. My kid, first of all, I wasn't gonna have no kids, but now that I have them, oh, my kid is gonna be. It was this fairy tale that I just set in my head. So I keep trying to get that fairy tale. And when I don't have that fairy tale, I feel like I'm just not enough because I didn't reach that end goal. So I'm constantly just trying to reach the end goal. But I'm like, wait, is this even supposed to be my end goal? Like,
We're going to have a conversation about fairy tales and the effects it have on us. It's a real thing. you're not the only one. It's a real thing. But I need to wrap up. I want to thank you all for sitting in this session with us. Hopefully we said some things that will make you think. I don't know if we're going to have a part 3, but it looks like we're going to be talking about this for a while, because all of us are tired somewhere and we refuse the help. That's the part. We say we want help, but we run from the people. We say we need help, but we don't trust you. We say we need help, but we think you're going to judge us. So we need to be free enough to receive in order to get the help that we need. Talk to y'all next time. Bye-bye.